Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pachani Nirvishesha Shanyavadi Pachati Satarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukham Karanachanam Pavindam Gaitagiri Yatkupadam Mande Shri Guru Dinatharine Hare Krishna. So today is verse number 32 from Bhagavad Gita as it is chapter 3rd. Title is Karma Yoga. So let us see this shloka. Yas Yastvetad Abhyasuyanto
एत्वेतदभ्यसूयन्तो
Namo Tishtanti Me Matam
नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतम्
Sarvagyana Vimudhamstan
सर्वज्ञानविमूढांस्तान्
Vidhi Nashta Anuchetasaha
विद्धि नष्टान चेतसः
Ye Tvedam Abhyasuyanto
ये त्वेदभ्यसूयन्तो
Nanu Tishtanti Me Matam
नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतम्
Sarvagyana Vimudhastan
सर्वज्ञानविमूढास्त्वं
Vidhi Nashtana Chetasaha.
विद्धि नष्टान चेतसा.
Okay, so please chant the shloka.
एत्वेतदभ्यसूयन्तो नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतम् सर्वज्ञानविमूढांस्तान् विद्धि नष्टान चेतसः
Sorry.
यद्वितद्व्यसूयन्तो नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतम् सर्वज्ञानविमूढां स्तान् विद्धि नष्टान चेतस.
Anyone else want to chant?
ये त्वैतद् अभ्यासूयन्तो नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतम् सर्वज्ञानाविमूढास्तान् विद्धि नष्टान् चेतसा.
Okay. So translation and purport. But those who, out of envy, disregard this teaching and do not follow them regularly are to be considered bereft of all knowledge, befooled and ruined in their endeavor for perfection. Purport. The flaw of not being Krishna conscious is clearly stated herein. As there is punishment for disobedience in order of the Supreme Executive Head, so there is certainly punishment for disobedience to the order of Supreme Personality of Godhead. The disobedient person, however great he may be, is ignorant of his own self and of the Supreme Brahman, Paramatma, and personality of Godhead due to a vacant heart. Therefore, there is no hope for perfection of life for him. So, here it's a continuation of the last shloka, right? So, what happens if somebody follows the instructions given by the Lord? And So yesterday shloka we saw that those who follow it faithfully and without envy, anusuyanto, without envy, uh, and anutishtanti means they follow their Krishna, no? Then they get liberation. So today is the contrast. So Krishna is instructing through a contrast, right? If you don't follow, then what happens? So in any instructions there are do's and don'ts, right? So the first Krishna explained about the do's. What happens if you follow the instructions? What is the result? You get the liberation, right? But if you don't follow, then all your endeavors for perfection are ruined. Vidhi nashtam achetasa. So, chetasa, we saw yesterday or 2 days back. Chetasa is focused on Atma. Follow my instruction base, focused on Atma. Or so it's a divine focus. So it's through Atma, it's on the Supreme Lord. Mm. So here achetasa, so he without any chetasa, without any consciousness. Chetana means consciousness. Achetasa means not without the God consciousness or Krishna consciousness. So what happens to this person? So here the important few points are abhyasuyanta word is out of envy. So how we can how to understand that we are envious of God? It's generally envy we see from person to person, between two persons, or we are envious of someone or someone is envious of us. If somebody gets uh, better, something better than what we want, or someone is better than what we are, then there is envy, right? Jealousy, envy arises, and then we try to find the faults, or we try to prove that I am correct. There's two ways. Either the next person is wrong, or whatever he has done is useless, or what I have done is great, or what I am saying is correct. Right? So this is one of the form of envy. So how we are envious of the God? So Krishna has instructed that follow me, follow my instructions by focusing on me. Offer all your results unto me. So in a way, if we don't follow his instructions, if we are attached to the results, if we are doing the any activity for our own gratification, then in a way we are working against the instruction of Krishna. So when we work against the instruction of Krishna, we are not following him. So that becomes a type of envy where we don't follow the instructions, or we refuse to follow and we follow what we want. So in this way, because of this, we because so abhyasuyanto. So by not following the instructions given by the Lord, we are in a way becoming envious of his position or his words or his teachings, right? So this is then, and anutishtanti me matam. So don't who follow because of envy, who don't follow. So because they don't follow the instructions, me matam. So yesterday shloka Krishna told that my mat or my instruction is not one time instruction for Arjuna or based on Arjuna's situation. It's a nityam, it's eternal instruction given. And so if we don't follow out of envy, what happens? Sarva jnana vibudham stan. So whatever knowledge that person may have is vimudha. Mudha means fool. Vimudha is completely fool. So vimudhan. So whatever knowledge is gained, that knowledge becomes useless. So even if we understand who is the Supreme Lord and a goal of our life, but if we cannot follow the instructions, then our knowledge is not used correctly. So how to understand these? Like, say, a policeman, a person who is working as a policeman, his duty is to protect the society, protect the people in general. So he has the knowledge of the law, he has knowledge of the weapons, and he knows how to protect the citizens. But if that policeman does not use his knowledge in a correct way, instead of protecting, if he starts harassing them and creating problems for them, then whatever knowledge he has is befooled or is useless because it has been used in wrong way. Similarly, if the doctors have the knowledge of all the body, how to do the operations, how to put part in the body or how to remove a part in the body. So if he uses that knowledge for correct purpose of serving the society, then it's useful. But if the same doctor, out of greed or out of envy, out of jealousy or out of acquiring more and more, if he starts uh, removing the parts from the body of a patient for his own um, profit, say money or anything, then whatever the knowledge of that doctor he has, it's befooled. It's vimuda. It's useless because it's used in the wrong way. So even if so similarly, if we have the knowledge of Lord, we have knowledge of our own self, but if we cannot follow the instructions, then that knowledge becomes useless. And when the knowledge becomes useless, then what happens? Vidhi nashtan chetasa. So all the consciousness of is gone. Of consciousness of what? Consciousness of the Lord is gone because the knowledge is not used in the correct way. So here Krishna is instructing Arjuna that means Krishna has given the knowledge of him to Arjuna about the soul and the body, and also the importance of carrying out his dharma, and carrying out his dharma or fighting for sacrifice. And he also told that sacrifice is the process established by the Lord himself. So he should fight instead of renouncing. He should engage himself in fighting. That is the correct way. And Arjuna has no knowledge of using the weapons. He has the divine weapons, celestial weapons. He knows how to use the weapons, how to, if the opposite army does some specific arrangements, how to go through that, how to break it. So he has all those knowledge. But if he don't use his knowledge and he don't fight, and he renounces, that's against his dharma. So against what is expected or against what his knowledge should be used for. So in that case, his knowledge is not used correctly, so it will be befooled, vimuda. And so his purpose, so that will not help Arjuna to uh, go towards the self realization or go towards the liberation. So here Krishna is telling that, so do's and don'ts. So there is always do and don'ts, and the do's, they have the same purpose. The goal of both the sentences are the same. So for example, we see many notices everywhere, right? Wash your hands, right? So this is one do, wash your hands. And the instruction is, if you don't wash your hands, you cannot enter this area. So this is don't. So don't do or don't enter without doing washing the hands. So the purpose of both the statements is the same, that you should wash your hands. Right? So similarly, Krishna in both the shlokas, he's saying, you do is what? You do follow my instructions, then you will be in divine consciousness. If you don't follow, you will, all consciousness will be lost. All your Krishna consciousness will be lost. So the purpose of this shloka is also that he is instructing the same thing, that follow what I have told. I have told you. So uh, the how to say, this is instruction in contrast of not following his words. So who don't follow his words, who become abhyasuyanto, those who don't have faith. Yesterday's words we saw, those they follow the instructions faithfully and without envy. Shraddhavanto anusuyanto. So with faith and without envy. So the people who don't follow the instructions, in a way, they don't have faith in those words. That is a way of expressing, another way of expressing the envy. So Krishna is telling Arjuna that, not Arjuna, it's the instruction is for all of us, that we should follow the instructions, otherwise you will be lost in your purpose of the life. So next Krishna will tell Arjuna how this can be done, and I will be see tomorrow. Hare Krishna. So any comments, any examples, questions? Yes.
We like about this shloka, that we are envious of Krishna or God.
Mm.
It's can we think like a way that we want to enjoy this world, or we want to enjoy everything and not remembering God? It's a kind of envy. Means it is one of the example to understand how we are envious of God or Krishna.
Mhm.
Is that correct?
Yeah, so everything that we have, I think we saw this in second chapter, that whatever existence is there around us is created by God. So this building, though we think that this building is created by the man, but the raw material, the stones, the metal, everything is given by the Lord. It's extracted from the land, air, uh, water, everything is from God. And so similarly, everything is for enjoyment of the God. But if we enjoy that instead of God, that is means we are envy of him, and we try to
Become a God.
yeah,
When we
try to become
become a God.
controller or enjoyer. Becoming enjoyer is envy of the God, because we don't give him for enjoyment. That's envy. That's what is seen here. So it's envy, but does not mean that we are directly blaspheming Krishna in front of everyone. It's not that way. It's the other way. We don't follow.
And this last sentence, like Supreme Brahman, Paramatma, and personality of Godhead, like this last line, a disobedient person, however great he may be, he is ignorant of his own self and of the Supreme Brahman, Paramatma, and personality of Godhead due to vacant heart. So, can you explain this about this?
So this is the last line, right? Vidhi nashtam achetasa. So achetasa means who is not having the consciousness. So we saw that if you want to become Krishna conscious, first you have to become conscious. So you should know who you are. No? Atma chetasa. Krishna said Atma chetasa. Then you follow my instructions. Atma chetasa, focusing on the Atma. So if you don't focus on Atma, then you don't know the Brahman, you don't know the super soul, you don't know the God, person, Krishna also,
Yourself.
because you don't know who you are. So you are ignorant of yourself. Then how you will know anything related to yourself?
So it says due to the vacant heart.
Yeah. So you don't know if there is anything in your heart.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, just one question about this. When we are following Krishna's teachings, I just want to know that is it like if people have materialistic ambitions or aspirations, is that considered to be against this?
Uh, Not exactly. So, like, say, I am doing job, right? So, um, I do my job very seriously. I work hard, and then I expect, okay, I have done a lot of hard work in this year, so I should get some promotion, for example, or some increment. So that is a type of ambition, right? So if I say, okay, I get Juman, I should get Juman hike in my salary. So what I will do with that Juman, I will use for myself also. I will use for Krishna also. So it's not that exactly we have to become ambitionless, but we can become ambitious, and but at the same time we increase our devotion to Krishna. Then it does not become like becoming envious of Krishna or something, because we are working for him only. So, for example, Ford, right? Amrish Prabhu, he is helping so much to build up the Mayapur temple, Chandrodaya Mandir. He's the main person, right? So he is doing his business. He's trying to increase the business, but whatever he's getting, he's trying to put everything into building up that temple. Because that is Srila Prabhupada's wish. So he's putting everything there. So ambitious is not a problem. But with ambitions, we should be also focused on our devotion. That whatever I get, I will use for Krishna. Then it's not a problem.
So we have to keep our desire in check, meaning that ambition should not become lust, like that kind of thing, right, Prabhuji?
Yeah, yeah. So you should not say if I get money, I will enjoy. Then it becomes lust or greed, and that will never be satisfied, right? So that we should be very cautious about that when we become ambitious.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's not possible for anyone to become 100%. No
No, Krishna is
ambitions,
not
no.
expecting you to be 100%. Krishna has clearly told in third chapter and second chapter that the system of sacrifice is established in Vedas by me, and this system is established because he knows that we have desires. So he's saying, okay, you have desires, okay, you work for me. You work for me, you try to offer your desires and results to me. So he knows that there is it's very difficult for us to be desireless or desire only for Krishna. So Krishna says that you keep trying, you keep trying.
Sorry, Prabhuji, I just have one more point on that. So, if I aspire for a promotion, is it like I'm expecting the fruits of my labor? Is it like that?
Yeah, means like we expect because I have done hard work, right? So one part is okay, I expect that I should get. But if I don't get, for example, I expected, but I didn't get any promotion, then we should not feel bad. Okay.
Understood, Prabhuji. Understood. So
Then
that
it's okay.
way, okay. Understood, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Okay. Thank you very much for nice questions and discussions to help us understand more. So let us see more how Krishna instructs Arjuna to go deeper into these understandings. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.